Welcome to the third episode of the video series, AI Solving Real Business Problem. Today, we're going to have a conversation with one of our top customers, Schlumberger. Schlumberger is truly a technology innovator, uniting people across the globe with products, sales, and services. They believe that energy makes society progress, so they're helping customers fuel agriculture, industry, medicine, space, technology, and much more. Pluto7 worked with Schlumberger on an innovative project, which we'll talk about. A drill bit used to drill wells. There are thousands of designs with hundreds of characteristics, each suitable for a specific reason or a specific design characteristic. The goal of the project was to develop a bid designer recommender system, which could be implemented in Schlumberger's planning software. The idea is to use historical data to recommend drill bit designs that will give the best performance. The recommender systems are planned to be a key element in a company's planning in order to support the next generation of engineering. Now, let's dive in. Let me introduce you to Crispin. Hi, Crispin. Welcome to this episode of AI Solving Real Business Problem.
Hi, pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Crispin. Before starting up, let's hear from Crispin a little bit about Schlumberger. Can you please tell us about it, Crispin?
Sure. So Schlumberger is an energy service company. We aim to be the performance partner of choice in the industry. And with amazing technology, we'll unlock energy together. Technology is the core competency that we use to derive a significant competitive advantage.
Thank you, Crispin. Within Schlumberger, you are part of a very key organization called STIC. What does STIC stand for, and what is your charter?
So STIC is a software technology innovation center in Silicon Valley. We explore, we find, we evaluate, and we share new technology and techniques and partners so that they can be applied to Schlumberger's digital workflows and services now or in the future. We work across all divisions of the company with focuses on teams like ML, cloud computing, high performance computing, virtual reality, user experience, Internet of Things, data, and visualization.
That's amazing. It surely is a fun place to work with all these technologies and being part of Silicon Valley. Moving on, what are the benefits you experienced after enabling technologies like machine learning and AI in your business context?
Well, we want to use the insight from our data, and we do have a lot of data across the globe, right? Provided we follow all our local guidelines, we see tremendous potential to supply a huge advantage. There are lessons learned and trends in our data that we can use to support our customers, and we'll use these things like machine learning and artificial intelligence to see how we can derive these insights.
That's great. In terms of insights, and just to elaborate a little bit more on that topic, there is a lot of hype and myth around in the market where people think, they're magically going to get insight. But your organization, from what we have seen, have been doing this for years, and you have some incredibly sophisticated talent, and you have been mining this data insights for years now. Any insights you would like to add on that?
It's not really about the just the technology. It's also about bringing the data together with the competence that we have, right? The domain knowledge that we have. When we merge that with the capabilities of getting that insight from the data, that's where the magic happens.
Thanks a lot. I think that you highlighted some very key aspect here, which is the domain knowledge with data. I think that's something, given the scale and complexity of Schlumberger, our audience can take a note of. Thank you, Crispin. Now, Crispin, what does the big picture look like at Schlumberger with AI?
So right now, we're working on all of these ways that we could use the data to help our engineers. But in the future, we want to build a system where engineers can solve their own problems and they have the ability to use AI themselves. And so they're not reliant on a workflow that has been created in the past. In fact, they should be able to build their own workflows and data in and insight out.
Great. Thank you. That's exciting. Crispin. Now, we are in unusual times. When you walked into 2020, I'm sure there was some kind of a plan that we all had in our businesses, and same with Schlumberger. What was your strategy and goal of innovation in 2020? From where you started at the beginning and where you are today?
Well, we were already on a digital journey, right? For example, we've been doing remote work for a number of years, more than 10 years. We've already been doing remote work. And we've invested in things like automation, and even our innovation center here in Silicon Valley had been open for a number of years before. So COVID-19 really just forced us to accelerate the plans that we already have. But luckily for us, we already had a solid digital foundation, right? Some people say, it's hard to turn a big boat, and we're certainly huge, but it really helped that we were already facing the right direction. And it's really just a matter of accelerating what we have already been doing. So it's not like we had to change too much. We really just sped up our plans that we had in progress.
That's great to know. You had your journey already defined. You're already on your path. You just had to accelerate. I'm sure there are many organizations who want to be in your position and are catching up. Moving on to the next question. With the big push into industrial setups and digital transformation, what role do you think Pluto7 or Google Cloud or any of the hybrid cloud environments that you build will help with your operational efficiencies?
So Pluto7's contribution was huge. There was a huge impact on our roadmap, right? Of course, in Schlumberger itself, we have many AI teams across the globe, right? And we're working already on an unbelievable number of exciting projects to extract insight from data now and in the future as well, right? But at the core, we're still a technology company in the energy industry, right? We were able to leverage the experience of Pluto7 in other industries to support our workflow in our own. We're constantly seeking out companies in the digital space like Pluto7 to help us accelerate our journey. There's huge gains to be realized when we can partner with companies like Pluto7, because technology is changing day to day. It might be a little bit of a cliche, but it is changing faster than ever. And we work really hard to maintain and build relationships like this one to be able to leverage, the experience of a company like Pluto7.
Thank you, Crispin. And when we look at Pluto7 and what our DNA is, it has been innovation. And our strategic partner, Google, their DNA as well has been innovation. And I'm glad to see that we are able to make some incremental contribution towards your journey. What you highlighted is very key and strategic for many enterprises. It is not just being on the journey, but being out there, listening and picking the best of what's available out there, whether it's from the innovation, especially in your vertical or domain, oil and gas, and then making that part of your continuous innovation, be it smart analytics. Now that's the new thing that's evolving into centralizing data, machine learning, cloud. It's great to see Schlumberger get on this journey and have been doing this for a while and continue with the path. With that, before we drop off, Crispin, would you like to add any closing comments? It's really exciting to hear what Schlumberger has done for decades and what you will be doing in the coming years?
Yeah, our technology is our competitive advantage, right? So there's so much more stuff that we have planned, right? That's coming out in the future. So without giving away too much of what we're going to be doing, at least I can say I'm super excited, and I'm really happy to work with companies like you guys to be able to extract some of your knowledge and spread it from one industry to another.
Thank you, Crispin. We have a great partnership and success working with Schlumberger from Pluto7 perspective, as well as leveraging the Google Cloud platform. If you are interested in more of these kind of learning, stay tuned for the next episode. We will bring in the ML superheroes to talk about AutoML and Google AI. Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out anything. If you have any questions related to AI, cloud, or anything else, feel free to contact us at contact@Pluto7. Make sure you have this episode name and in subject line, so consider your email as priority. Thank you. Have a safe rest of the day.